Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another crypto trading live stream. We're going to be day trading some altcoins. I also want to review one of our big winning trades, which was the XRP trade over here. This was a huge winner. We are almost at our take profit. We also got paid some nice funding fees throughout. And you'll notice that I still have my Bitcoin long position open. This is our main kind of medium to long-term swing trade. And I also took advantage of shorting XRPY because Bitcoin failed multiple times to break above its previous uptrend line. And I took that opportunity to go ahead and short over here. Now, I didn't short Bitcoin, I shorted XRP, and the reason why is it's always a little bit better to short altcoins if you're trying to short cryptos than Bitcoin, just because Bitcoin tends to move more slowly and less percentage gain. But if we look at XRP's chart, you'll notice that we were already in a cup and handle formation, and I was predicting that we were going to break down to retest $1.37. So we're almost there yet. I might close out this trade a little bit early, depending on how things go. Actually, I think I will take 50% profits here. So let me go ahead and lock that in right from the start. Okay, so we locked in some of those profits. We are now up since we began trading on the crypto live streams. And of course, we're going to be scanning the market for more trades today. So let's see what we can find. Now, just a quick rundown on Bitcoin, first and foremost. Let me go ahead and hop over back to the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin was performing very well, okay? We really had a very strong setup on Bitcoin. And unfortunately, what happened was we had a lot of trouble getting back above this previous trend line, okay, which is normal. It's not easy to get back above that. You can see that we tried multiple times, but we ended up rejecting each time. And now I think we're going to flush out a little bit lower. So I do think Bitcoin could go down to 75K pretty easily. It might even go back down to 74K to retest the support. Let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin heat map as well. So as far as the heat map is concerned, we have one bullish sign here, which is there's not that much liquidity down below. And we do have higher liquidity at 78,300. So I think this is going to be a pretty controlled pullback on Bitcoin, okay? Meaning that, could fall a little bit lower, but we're going to be gravitating towards that 78,500. So we're going to stay pretty high within this channel over here, okay? Which is great. What I really want to see, though, to see the price start performing is either a pullback and then we have more room to move higher, or if there's enough strength, already being able to break out above this red trend line, and that would push us into our first fair value gap, which is our first target area at 80,500, 81,000. And that will actually open up for a breakout to 82,000 based on the predicted breakout level. Okay, 82,817 is our short-term target if we get a breakout. And then we have a second FVG all the way up here at 87K. So there is some upside opportunity here. Now, going back to our XRP trade, okay, we noticed that rejection happening for Bitcoin. And like I said, we entered that short, and I entered it actually live with all of you. But we noticed that XRP was actually kind of performing weakly compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we entered the short as it was also rejecting the channel, and it flushed out pretty hard, okay? We just didn't hit our target. We probably will, but I took half profits now just to be on the safe side, okay? So that's the first thing that I want to point out. And of course, if you guys have any questions, you can let me know at any time, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about, or let's scan through the altcoin market. Before we're going to do that, I want to take a quick look over here at this breakout on the S&P 500, okay? The S&P 500 has been so I'm just checking something with the making sure the stream is running well. So the S&P 500 is still experiencing a breakout to new all-time highs, okay? This has not stopped yet. I do think we are going to cool down sometime soon, but just important to keep in mind that we are breaking out on the S&P 500. This is new all-time highs. So this is considered a blue sky breakout, which means that there is no previous resistance. We could go up quite a bit. In fact, just historically, the last time this happened, we went up 13.55%. We're only up less than 3% as of right now since that breakout. So there is room to go higher on stocks. And just something to be aware of, okay? So if you, pay attention to the correlation, stocks performing well is a good thing for Bitcoin, okay? So this is the first thing that I want to mention. Okay, welcome back everybody. Sorry about that interruption. Just had to fix something with the live stream. So hopefully everything is good now. Okay, we did spot some coins that are performing well here. We have our first one that we're gonna try and take a trade on. This is gonna be Hannah. We see that it's breaking out. It already had a pretty strong pump. So I might go kind of light on this one, but let's see how this is looking like, guys. Let's see, just gonna get the position sizing right. Try and use 1% of account per trade. So we're gonna do we're gonna do 300 USDT. Small position here. I'm gonna target 2-to-1 risk reward here, guys. And let's see how this goes. I might actually drop this a little bit. It's going to be hard to hit that 2-to-1 risk reward. We're just going to go for a retest of the highs over here. And we're going to keep it as such. So let's hope that this momentum continues to play through. I might tighten up that stop loss because not the best trade based on this already previous run up, but should be able to possibly make a profit. So let's give it a chance to perform well. So I think everything is good with the stream now, which is great. There was another altcoin that was performing well. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it again. So I'm looking for some coins that are showing signs of strength, high volume breakouts, etc. That's what we're looking for. And then we can pull the trigger and enter as long as we're seeing that strength come through. Okay, very good setup on Luncy here. It's just about to break out. Let me go ahead and mark that resistance level. Don't want to enter early on something like this, so have to be a little bit patient on this one. We're going to move over to the 5-minute chart actually. And I want a candle close above the resistance here, or we can play for a breakout push and just try and capture a small amount on the breakout. So let's see if Luncy here can get this breakout above resistance. It is looking strong here, and we're at resistance right now. So we have to see that push above before we'd be able to comfortably make a trade. Gonna go ahead and drop the leverage here just a bit, guys. Our Hannah trade is looking all right. Kind of slow starter, but everything is okay. And I believe our XRP trade is actually increasing in profits. We already took half profits on that, guys, as you can see over here, just to be safe, but that trade is looking good. As I was saying earlier, SPY is pushing new all-time highs. This is a blue sky breakout. Last time it happened, we moved up 13%. We're currently up 3%, so we have a lot more room to run. As far as the stock market, why is that important for us? crypto traders because you know, these assets are correlated. Okay, so we often see you know, these assets move together. If stocks are breaking out, it should at the very least help crypto break out normally. Also important to notice that semiconductor stocks are on a massive bull run. Okay, now this is mostly tied to AI, but it can help crypto. Although we haven't seen that much sympathy there as far as those two sectors, but I think it can help. Now we're talking for longer term trades or swing trades, not necessarily these other type of short term trades. Okay, our HANA trade is looking really good, guys. And we just got a alert on Lumia. Okay, Lumia is breaking out here. We're on the 5-minute chart. Just going to quickly measure something here. Okay, I think we can enter a trade on Lumia. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this, guys. Gonna open a $1,000 position on this. I'm gonna target 1.5%. We're gonna do a 10% stop loss. Okay, we are set here. Let's see if we can get a push back to the previous resistance. It is possible. So we're really trading the momentum here, guys. So that's why depending on the setup, right, if I can wait for confirmation, that's better. But right now I'm really trading the price action and the momentum, okay? So when we get that sign of strength, that is kind of the buy signal. And we're trying to capture a small percentage of the wider move, okay? So we're not trying to capture 5% or 15%, no. We're trying to catch a 0.5%, 1.5, 2%, something like this, okay? So as you can see, Lumia is actually currently pushing, and we're getting very close to our take profit here. It's looking good. This is exactly what I want to see. I just want to see price come back and test this level right over here, okay? So as long as we see that happen, we're golden. And we don't have to try and catch, you know, a huge pump or anything. We're just capturing a small bit of price action and momentum, okay? So this is the key thing with my strategy, and I teach this for free in our Telegram group. If you're interested in checking that out, it's 100% free. You can scan the QR code or check the link in the description down below, and that will allow you guys to talk to me directly, learn with our community of traders. You can get my free ebook. You can get free Discord lessons. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Link down in the description below. HANA trade really panning out well here on that breakout. Volume came through actually, which is great. Was a little bit worried about this one because it was already very pumped up. So we kind of had, you know, a very sloppy V-shaped recovery on this one. But we still got a little bit more momentum left in the tank. Now we came close to the take profit. let's hope that we can get one more push and that we can actually close out in the green there on Hana. And we're going to keep our stop as is for now, but I might move that up just a bit in case I see that we just did not get enough momentum to get that push out further. Okay, and I see that there's some new people in the live. Welcome everybody. We're trading altcoins. This is my favorite asset to trade. Really has the most profit out of any asset in the world due to the volatility. But you have to trade them carefully, right? Use a stop loss, and you got to know what you're doing. And hopefully I can help you guys learn that today. So let me see here. Now, when we are trading these altcoins, doesn't mean that we only have to trade altcoins. Okay, you can see that I have a longer term swing trade on Bitcoin, and I also take advantage of shorter term opportunities like in XRP and the bigger coins when there is an opportunity. Okay, we're flushing here on Hana. Let me see if we're going to move up our stop loss just a little bit, guys. I don't want to move it up too much. We're going to move it up right below the 9 EMA. Came very close to that take profit, guys. This happens. Okay. We never know exactly the amount of strength that we're going to get on a breakout. So we just have to adjust accordingly. Now we're still good. We're still above support. And we're getting that push, guys, live. So strong bounce. That was a retest of that breakout area. We're still above our exponential moving averages. And now we just want to see a little bit more strength to get that close out at our take profit level. Okay, so nice setup here on Hana. This is exactly the type of price action that we want to see. Lumia acting a little bit slow here. We got a candle close above the resistance, and now we're coming back into the consolidation zone. That's not ideal, guys. So possibility that that one gets stopped out, but hopefully Hana can make up for it over here. And as always, if you have any questions, just drop a comment. I read all of the comments in the live. So if at any time there's something that you want to ask me regarding my trading strategy or regarding crypto trading in general or any coin specific, just drop a comment. Don't be shy. So I'm just keeping an eye on Hana because it is looking good here. We're seeing it hold and we're seeing it push higher. So this is the trade that I'm the most optimistic on right now. We'll keep an eye on the P&L. And let's check some other coins, guys. See if there's any interesting price action going on. So I'm scanning for momentum and strength. I'm paying attention to if the price is above or below the moving averages. Okay, that's key for us. And I want to see an uptrend or an explosive move. So this is interesting because we're getting a strong candle. Only thing that I don't like is the fact that we're kind of range bound right now. So I can check here. This could be enough space for us to enter a long. I just not the biggest fan of entering when we're range bound, but there might be an opportunity here. And I think we're going to go ahead and take this, guys. We're going to play the range and this strong candle here. Let's just give it a little bit of time, see what happens. Okay, we're pulling back a bit. That's actually a good time for us to enter. Let's go ahead. We are in, guys. I'm going to do 1.5%, 1% stop loss. If you're wondering about this, I'm on 10x leverage, so I'm adjusting accordingly. That 1.5% becomes 15%. And the 10% becomes 1% stop loss, okay? So let's see how that goes. It is a range-bound trade, which is not ideal, guys. But we're just trying to get a push back to a little bit of the higher area of this range, okay? So a little bit different trade from what we usually like to play. Hannah is pulling back pretty hard here. Lumia, high chance we get stopped out on that one, guys. But let's see. And AOT is looking okay as of right now. Bitcoin and Ethereum trades still looking good, especially XRP. Just an amazing trade on that one. That was more of a medium-term swing trade, so less of a day trade. And in terms of what that setup looked like, I'll just show it for you guys in case you guys did not see before, but we took advantage of the cup and handle pattern. And as you can see, we rejected hard at the resistance, the downtrend line. We flushed lower. We kind of formed a wedge here, as you can see. And that was enough space to the downside for us to go ahead and enter that trade. And it worked out very nicely. We're very close to hitting our take profit. It was a good risk-reward trade as well, in my opinion. You could have used a very tight stop loss. We used a more looser one to try and just hit a one-to-one risk-reward, which is what I prefer. I don't like to put pressure on the stop losses, guys. Reason for that is if you use a tight stop, you're just going to get stopped out 1,000 times, and it's really a death by 1,000 cuts type thing, okay? So a lot of people think that, you know, using a stop loss is always good, and it can be a good thing, but you have to use the stop loss properly, or else the stop loss could be the reason for, you know, you losing too many trades in a row, okay? So you want to balance it out with your win rate. Looks like some of these trades are recovering, guys. Hannah is bouncing, kind of volatile right now. I like the fact that we're holding above the previous support level, but let's see if that lasts. It's a good sign if we do. Lumia is still being very slow. We'll see if we can get a push. And AIoT looking good here. Okay, so this is, and there we go. There we go. Excellent winning trade. So what we did here on AIoT is we played the range, okay? So we saw that strength. The price was moving above the 5-day exponential moving average on the 5-minute chart. And basically, the strategy here was to pay attention to where we were in the range. So we were still at the kind of lower half of the range. And as you can see, we had a bit of a pullback. We retested already. So we confirmed that we bounced. And my thinking was if we can just get more towards the higher half of the range, that's an easy possible 2% trade. And if we go and look, guys, we can see yet another winning trade locked in, okay? So we just made 11% on that. We were using, I believe, about $1,000 on that trade. Sorry, less. We were using 100, I think. And so we made about $10 there. So great winning trade on AOT. You guys saw that live. Hopefully we can get some more winners during this live stream. But this is a classic example. Okay, so playing the ranges can be good. Now, a lot of people play ranges wrong. Why? Because they try and trade in this choppy area right over here, okay? And why does this not work well? The reason why is because when we're in a range, okay, there's the top of the range, the bottom of the range, and the middle of the range, okay? When we are in the middle of the range, that's when we have the most chop and the least clear directionality, okay? So yes, you know, we could fall lower. We could go to the bottom of the range, but we could just as easily go to the top of the range, okay? And if you pick the wrong side, you're going to lose on that trade. What I prefer to do instead is if we're at the bottom of the range, okay, and we see that we're bouncing, we see that we have that strength, well, we can make a trade even to the half of the range or a little bit higher towards the upper half. We have a lot of profit opportunities. Same thing if we're at the top of the range, we can do that in reverse, okay? And it looks like the stream might be lagging a little bit, guys. Let me try and help you guys fix this. Okay, hopefully everything will be looking good. We are positioned on Lumia just closed. Okay, it looks like our stop got hit on Lumia. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, just failed to break out. So nothing too special there on Lumia. Let me know if the live stream quality is good, guys. Just drop a comment if you could. That would be super helpful as we scan for more altcoin trades. XRP really showing a lot of weakness here, by the way. And actually, I'm going to check if we could possibly do a quick swing trade on Solana here, as we seem to be getting a lot of weakness on XRP. So let me see. We are downtrending on XRP on Solana. This is pretty clear. Guys, please drop a comment if you could to let me know if how the stream quality is. If it's smooth, it's super helpful if you guys can just drop a comment and let me know. So actually, surprisingly on Solana here, we are seeing a bit of strength. And let's see here. So we kind of have this really tight channel that we're trading in, which is a bit of a weird setup. if I remove this trend line over here, this is a cleaner trend line for Solana. We could see it push lower as we see, you know, some more weakness come in on some of these bigger altcoins like XRP, but just not the cleanest setup. We are trading below the 5-day exponential moving average, but not enough signs yet to be able to enter a short or anything like that, in my opinion. I try and look for high confluence, guys, which is a lot of signs pointing towards one direction, okay? So I want a lot of bullish signs or a lot of bearish signs. If there's just a few signs, it's not worth it for us to enter. And please let me know, guys, if the stream quality is good or not. That would be super helpful. We checked Solana to see if there was a trade opportunity, and not enough signs here, neither bullish nor bearish. So we're holding off on that for now. 2 out of 3 of our altcoins trades have closed. We're waiting on Hana. Still looking okay here on Hana. We have held above the breakout level, so that's a good sign. If we see a lot of strength come through, I might add a little bit to this position size, but it's still a little bit early for that. If we move back a little bit above our entry, maybe above this level right over here, I might actually add into the close just to kick up the profits a little bit on this trade, because I like the fact that the move is holding as planned. Okay, so strong price impulse upwards. We retested the breakout zone, which was big previous resistance, by the way. You know, obviously we have strength seeing from this move higher. I mean, this was about 5% in just a few hours, and still holding above those moving averages, guys. So this is exactly what we want to see. We're gonna take a look though, and scan some other altcoins. Trying to look for anything that has, you know, particular strength, a breakout, price above moving average, basically enough volatility or momentum to enter a trade. We have 3 live viewers. Welcome everybody. It's awesome to see you guys. Hopefully everything is good with the stream quality, and if you guys have any questions, just drop a comment. If you have any questions about my trading strategy, and if you guys are interested in learning more about how I trade price action on cryptos, especially altcoins. If you want to learn, check out the QR code to our Telegram or the link below down in the description, and you can learn 100% for free. Doesn't cost anything at all. Learn with our community. Okay, LoonC, I had spotted this coin earlier. This is the old Luna coin. I don't know if you guys remember Luna. If you don't, consider yourself lucky. This wrecked a lot of people. That was the coin that went from $100 down to literally 0, and was one of the biggest coins of the 2019 bull run. And as you can see, it's not Luna anymore, but it's 1,000 LoonC. So, you know, the price just got absolutely wrecked on this thing. And it's still trading on exchanges, and you can take advantage of it as a shitcoin, okay? to make money. So that's what I do. Now, what's happening here is we have a pretty typical kind of U-shaped recovery, okay? In fact, I'll just draw this out technically. So guys, you don't have to draw 1,000 things on your charts, okay? But it's good to first map out the basic pattern of what we're looking at. Support, resistance, any trend lines. Notice what the candles are doing, and prices above or below the moving averages. But then you guys should try and see if there's any actual patterns, wider patterns as I call them, going on. And in this case there is. And drop a comment if you can see what pattern we have here. But I'm going to go ahead and show you in just a second. If I can find the right tool, I always get a little bit lost on with all the indicators that there are. So I'll just draw it for you guys. We have actually we had a first bit of resistance right over here, okay? And what happened is we had a rounded bottom, okay? Excuse this terrible drawing. And then we had the cup. We had the handle of the cup. So this is a cup and handle formation, okay? So it basically, just to draw this out a little bit more cleanly, it looks like a teacup, okay? Basically, price consolidates, retraces a little bit, and then we get that breakout. And so you can see that that's exactly what happened over here. And now we're just waiting to see that breakout above this secondary resistance, which is the most important one now, because if we do, we could see a really strong move upwards. And in fact, there's a way to predict how strong of a move we're going to see. The way we do that, we take a trend line and we measure the top to bottom of the cup, and we extend this out from breakout zone. And so we can see that technically you can already long this. I'm just trying to capture the impulse momentum, but we should normally see, and actually as I'm talking, I'm convincing myself to long this more and more. We should see a strong breakout that should lead us all the way up to almost 7 cents. So, you know, we're just going to take this from the breakout level. If you were trading that pattern, this is basically what your trade would look like. Almost 2-to-1 risk reward. Very good setup. That's kind of the swing trade. Okay, I'm trying to capture an impulse breakout, capture the short-term momentum. Don't want to stay in the trade too long. So I'm waiting for a price move above the resistance here. With that being said, I could probably already long it now because the pattern is holding. And we would just target something like this. So small breakout, capture a small percentage. And we might go ahead and execute on this. I would love to see a little bit more strength to enter this trade. Just playing around a little bit with the take profit level and stop loss level to see if we could make this trade work. And I think we're going to go ahead and try a little opportunity here on this one, guys. little bit of an early entry, but I think it's just a matter of time before we do get a push here on this. So I think I feel comfortable going ahead here. I would use 2.5%, but we're just going to try and capture a bit smaller of that move. So I'm going to do 2% and using 10x leverage. So that becomes 20%. That's the power of leverage, guys. And let's see if this works out. But looks like we're pushing a little bit here on Lunacy. So this is exactly what we want to see. Basically, we want to see a spike up until here. And of course, price can move up and down, but ultimately, we're probably going to go to the 7-cent level. Depends on how you like to trade. Okay, you don't have to trade as short term as I do, but for altcoins, I don't want to stay in them longer than I need to. Okay, so I want to catch those strong breakouts, strong momentum, those impulses. Okay, and we have 5 viewers, guys. That's really, really awesome. Makes me super happy. Welcome, everybody. I'm Instructor Matthew here on the SAT YouTube channel, and we're day trading altcoins. Just review kind of the trades that we had. Today, we took half profits on our XRP short, made $200, and then we had winning trade on AIoT. It was a nice trade live here, and then kind of break even with the next trade. And we have 2 other trades which are looking pretty good. Still holding half that XRP position as well. Let's see what happens here with these 2 trades. Going to give them a little bit of time to do their thing. Lunacy is looking very good. I'm glad I entered that trade. Okay, you saw that I did quite a bit of technical analysis before entering that. And I basically concluded that, you know, it was a kind of a 50-50 opportunity. But why did I feel comfortable with that risk reward? Because our setup was strong. Okay, I understood that we had the cup and handle pattern. We actually did already start breaking out, but we have kind of 2 levels with this current cup and handle setup. That's not super common. Typically, you would not have that spike candle over here. In this case, we did, but still feel confident to try and go for that breakout move. We'll see what happens. We also have this coin over here, Hana. Actually, it's looking good here. This one is just a little bit slow, but it's holding exactly as we want. So we're holding above the breakout zone, holding above the moving averages. I use the 5 EMA and the 10 EMA. These are exponential moving averages. They're great to capture and analyze the raw momentum of the asset. And we have 3 live viewers. Welcome, everybody. Let's see, Chris Bentley, what do you think about CHIP? Thank you for that question, Chris. And actually, we traded CHIP a few days ago. CHIP is very much consolidating right now. So just going to go ahead and take a look at daily chart as well. Okay, so I remember what we were doing on CHIP last time. So here's the thing with CHIP. And actually, I don't remember if we got a losing trade or winning trade on CHIP. Let's see. We got stopped out on CHIP. We were trying to get a new all-time low, which I guess happened. And the reason why is because it's a new coin. So we tried to trade a push to put in a new low. And so it seems like it's kind of done that. Okay, CHIP started trading. We got a big push, got a pullback, put in the low, kind of already have our high and low level, and we're trading very close to that opening price on chip, okay? So if we bring that down now to kind of the hourly chart, you can see that we are very range bound. Just going to mark out these levels real quick. And 15-minute chart also showing very much some range bound price action here. Had a big fake out to the upside previously. And I think this range is going to hold for now. Probably is a bit of a trade opportunity here. Not the biggest profit potential, but could go in for a small short, probably a retest of the bottom level, but we're at mid-range, which I don't like trading most of the time. Was not able, at least for now, to move above this level right over here. So that's why I think that we could see a bit of a flush lower, but it remains kind of very range bound short term. So just expect slow, sluggish price action, and that's what I'm seeing on chip right now. So it was very volatile the other day, but I'm interested to know, Chris, if you're in a long or in a short on it, or maybe you're just on the sidelines looking for a trade opportunity. Let me know down in the comments below. Guys, make sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying the live stream. And of course, subscribe. A lot of people don't know how to trade altcoins. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys today is the power of altcoin trading, okay? You can make money like nothing else, but you have to really manage your risk well. Because of course, these are very volatile coins. These coins often move tens of percents in a day. And what I love with altcoins is if we look at the bigger coins, okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., XRP, these coins move slowly, and you can see they're down about 1% or 2%. If we look at altcoins, look at that, guys. Many coins are up over 20%. Okay, we even have a coin up 39%. If we look at the weaker coins, worst performers today, last 24 hours, a lot of movement as well. Okay. I actually think ZBT got a big flush here. Might like this for a short. We are clearly downtrending here. Okay, price on the 5-minute chart is below the exponential moving averages, which is what I wanted to see. Trying to see if there's a short opportunity here on this one. I like to trade with the trend, guys. So if the asset is performing well on the day, we're green, we see that strength, I'm going to go long. If we're performing badly, like over here, deep red, I'm not going to try and fight it. Okay, I'm going to go with the trend. I'm going to try and aim for a short opportunity, despite any price action. Have a good feeling about this Hannah trade, guys. We're starting to break out. Actually going to add a little bit to this position right over here. This hand trade is looking really good, guys. We are looking like basically bounced off that breakout zone, bounced off the moving averages, and now we're kind of cupping to get a further breakout. And I'm trying to get a move back to these previous highs up here. We're aiming a little bit below that, so as long as that hits, basically, we're good, we're golden, and we made profit. So a lot of people try and do trades where they're aiming for huge upside potential, right? Huge 5% moves, 10% moves. You don't actually need that. You can make a lot of profit with smaller percent moves if you use the right amount of leverage, okay? Just make sure you use a stop loss to balance that out. Not got caught on the wrong side of things. But this hand trade is looking good here, guys. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Hopefully we can see that close in profit live. And the Loon C trade is also looking really good. We actually managed to move above the resistance here. So let's see if we can get enough momentum to really start to get a push. Aiming for a little bit bigger of a move there. 2% move we're aiming for. So a lot of the time I aim for even 1% or 1.5%. And so let's see if we can get that 2% move. We are up 14% on the day on Loon C. A lot of new viewers coming into the stream. Welcome, everybody. Drop a like, subscribe to the SCT Club YouTube channel, guys. We have a lot of videos coming your way. Shorts, long form videos where I explain how to trade better, specific trade setups. Check those out. Make sure to subscribe, guys. And of course, if you want to get deeper in our community, you can join our Telegram, scan the QR code, or check out the link in the description. That's where I share all of my trades. I share screenshots explaining my trade setups, my thinking, my process in these trades. I interact directly with you guys if you want to ask me any questions. And you can also join our private Discord lessons and get my trading ebook 100% for free. So if you're interested in that, check it out, guys. Link in the description down below to the Telegram, or you can scan the QR code. I'd love to see you guys there. And thank you for that question earlier, Chris. If any of you guys have questions about specific coins, altcoins, bigger coins, go ahead and ask, guys. Don't be shy. Our trade on Hannah is still looking good. I want to see that push, and I think we're going to get it right now. I talked it into existence, guys. Yep, this is looking good. So this is a little bit risky, but something that I do is I add on a little bit of position size on the trades that have a very high likelihood of closing in the profit. How do I know that they have a high likelihood of closing in the profit if we're basically 50% or even 70% ideally to the close? I can get a little bit more profit by adding position size for that last 25%. And we're going to try and catch this winning trade live here, guys. I'm going to go grab some water. So stay patient, guys. I don't want to see you guys going anywhere. But let's see if we can get this close on Hannah. And then we also have the Loon C trade, which is looking pretty good. I'm going to keep those open. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'm back, guys. Just had to get some water. A lot of talking during these live streams. Bear with me as I get used to this. Okay, Hannah trade is looking really good, guys. We're close to that take profit. I think one more candle push, maybe even on this one, and we'll get that winning trade. Let me go ahead and put back on the webcam. What's up, everybody? We got 4 live viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Drop a comment where you are in the world, and we're getting our close about to happen here on Hannah. This is the power of altcoin trading, guys. This is what I try and teach you. Okay, you can make 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% profit per trade easily with leverage. I hope this doesn't reverse here, guys. We got so close to that take profit. We're just pulling back a little bit. Hopefully nothing crazy happens with Hannah over here. You just never know if you're gonna get those trades where you get super close. And no, we did get that winning trade, guys. Huge volume on that push. We're already out, so now it doesn't matter what happens. See, there's a lot of resistance up above there, so that's why I put our take profit right below that resistance level, okay, or a little bit below. You don't want to, try and go really close to that resistance. And so we just made 5% on that trade, $18. We are now in full profit territory for this live stream. We have locked in over $220 in profit. Let's go over to Luncy, see what's happening. It's rejecting, unfortunately, that breakout zone. I'm going to tighten up this stop loss, guys. Reason why I'm doing that is because I don't like the fact that we rejected, and it's not worth it to me to catch, a big drop here. So we're basically saying, hey, you have to move higher now, or we're not going to hold you much longer. Chance that I get stopped out, but it's okay. We made some good profit there on Hannah. If you ever guys have questions about specific coins, let me know in the comments. Drop a comment where you guys are in the world. And Chris, if you're still here, let me know if you were long or short on chip. XRP kind of dumping here. There is still an opportunity for you guys to take a trade on XRP. It's not too late. Not financial advice, of course, but I'll just share my trade setup. Of course, a lot of the trade has happened now, so you're just trying to catch the last half of this trade, but it is a pretty high likelihood to close in the profit. I think XRP is dropping pretty fast here. It's probably going to push new lows. So I do think there's even a trade opportunity here short term. Let me see where our stop loss is at. Let me know if the connection is okay, guys. I'm not 100% sure if there's some lag, so drop a comment, please, guys. It helps me when you guys let me know. Our take profit is at $1.38. You guys can catch a small trade here, even a little bit before that. This would be the small trade that I'm talking about. Looks like there's a chance we get stopped on Lunacy. That's why I raised that stop loss. Okay, you need to adjust your trades based on what you're seeing, guys. Price action is the most important thing in trading. Forget all the indicators. Price is the only thing that people used to trade back in the day. Okay, there was not even charts. So if you don't understand price, I don't think you can profitably trade long term. So pay attention to what the market is telling you guys. Welcome everybody. We have some more viewers hopping in. XRP bouncing a little bit. I still think it's going to flush pretty hard here. And I'd love to see if there's some other coins where we might be able to take a swing trade. Talking about bigger coins like maybe Solana or Dogecoin. Also going to look if there's any coins that we might want to short here. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just looking for any momentum. I'm typically attracted to coins that showing weakness or strength on the 15-minute chart, and then I want that to be aligned with the daily performance. Then I move over to the 5-minute to see really short term if there might be opportunity for an early entry or not. And by the way, subscribe guys to the SCT Club YouTube channel because I will be doing another live stream later today. Let me know where you guys are located because that'll help me choose when to do the live streams. And I think we got stopped out on Lunacy. Yeah, so that shaved off about half of our profits on Hannah, but we are still up nicely. Okay, let me do a quick scan, guys, of all these altcoins that are dropping and seeing if there's any that have specific momentum to the downside. ZBT retested the resistance. This is a golden short opportunity as long as we can get a candle to confirm the rejection. Okay. And actually, I might enter this pretty soon here with some higher leverage. Yep, we're gonna enter this. It's rejecting pretty hard here. Risk reward is good. Going to try and capture 2%. I'm using a 1-to-1 stop risk reward here. Okay, we're seeing a lot of weakness come in on this. A lot of weakness. It's flushing hard, guys. Very good trade by the looks of it as of right now. Just going to sit back and look at what's going on here with this one. Just saw that it was rejecting very hard, and I mean, we're in a pretty clear downtrend. So I don't think we're necessarily going to see a strong move higher here, but could be wrong. Chris Bentley is saying that he is long on chip. Thank you for confirming that, Chris. Like I said, we're range bound right now, but hopefully for you, we will get a... We are green on the day, though. So like I said, we just have some nasty resistance here. So we could pull back, but we are range bound for now. So as long as we don't move below that 7173 level, you're still good, depending on your setup. Now this is... But as you can see, we are basically consolidating at the open price. We're right below it on chip. As far as a bit of a mean reversion trade, you know, could definitely move higher here after we finish consolidating. So if that's what you're going for, very good chance, because right now we're obviously much more closer to the lows. So if you're trying to swing trade this, which is an interesting strategy, you've got some money to be made here. I mean, if we're just trying to play the highs and lows, risk reward is excellent on that. About 10-12% downside, just to the kind of midpoint back to the highs. 23% gain. If we really want to play this more aggressively, you know, move back to kind of right before that impulse. But even this is a great 2-to-1 risk reward trade. So I actually like your long setup quite a bit. Now, ultra short term, I think we could short down to over here, but that's a very short term trade. And actually, for fun here, I'm gonna take a long as I described. I don't usually swing trade altcoins too often, but I actually kind of like this setup just a bit to this level right over here. Actually, we're just gonna go for a nice 1-to-1 here. We're entering a long on chip. We're going to try and help out Chris Bentley's trade here. So this is a new coin, so it's going to see volatility and it's going to see retest of the highs, probably going to see retest near the lows, but good chance that we recover some of this pullback here. We're going 1-to-1 risk reward on that trade. That's going to be a bit of a swing trade, guys. Check out what's happening with ZBT. Kind of volatile right now. Getting, okay, so confirmed candle closed below the previous, below the downtrend line. We basically rejected. As you can see now, we're getting a red candle. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We're pushing down pretty hard here, guys. I think there's a very nice chance that we get a winning trade on this one. B2 just seems quite weak here. But we're range bound, so we need to be a little bit more patient. Have a bit of a wider downtrend going on though. That's forming a wedge formation, one of my favorite patterns to trade. Unfortunately, not really enough profit potential for my liking. I might enter this on a little bit higher leverage. I think it's a pretty safe trade, to be honest. Gonna wait for this candle to close, and then I think we are gonna roll into a short on this. Gonna up that position size just a bit on this one, just because I think it's a pretty safe setup. I'll wait and see what happens with this next candle. Want to make sure that we're moving lower and not higher. I want it to hug the trend line. I want to see it move lower in this wedge. XRP still dumping. As I told you guys, I give a free trade opportunity to everyone live, so I don't want any excuses. Not financial advice, but there was a little trade opportunity here. And of course, we're still in our swing trade. If you're interested in learning how I trade, guys, check out our Discord or Telegram link. You can scan the QR code or check out the link in the description down below. Learn how to train like me. I share my exact frameworks, screenshots of how I trade, technical analysis. Okay, ZBT trade closed. And we got stopped out, unfortunately, on that one. So our stop was probably a little bit tight. We couldn't really afford much more risk though on that one. But it's getting a push higher. Depending on how it moved, I would be tempted to short again, but it's probably not worth the risk at this point. And actually, so we are not in any other short-term trades, but let's see if there's any other available. We're letting the market feed us these trades. Oh, unfortunately, that trade on B2 looks like it would have been a winner. There's really not much left here in terms of profits. But that could go in with a little bit of a higher dollar amount. We got a very bad fill on that one, guys. Okay, unfortunately, got a bad fill. Probably this is why I don't like to trade when there's so small profit potential. It's okay though. We'll see if we can still catch a bit of a winner there. Gonna look for any other coins that are showing some weakness. Okay, I'm actually gonna go on a short on Hemi. I want to see if we can get a new push lower on that. A lot of these worst performers actually looking kind of strong, bouncing a bit, which we like to go with the momentum, so I don't really want to long these. Pretty bearish trend there on Sky AI. I'm going to set an alert just a bit lower. Could go for a trend play on this one. I love that BitUnix has the feature to set alerts directly like this on the chart. The exchange I use personally, I think they have a 100 USDT deposit bonus right now. So if you're interested in that, it's no KYC. And yeah, link to BitUnix down in the description below. Get that bonus. And of course, guys, check out the Telegram group. Mustafa is asking, what is take profit and top, sir? I think he means stop. Which trade are you referring to, Mustafa? Because we're in a couple of trades here. Gave that little free XRP trade. We are in a a swing trade already on XRP, though we took half profits on that today. Locked in $200 of profits. Got paid some nice funding fees as well on the Bitcoin position. B-True trade might be a winner. We got a terrible entry on this one, guys. But the momentum is with us, so let's see if we can get that that take profit to hit on that one would be great. So I took a negative risk reward trade on Hemi because I think we will get another retest of the support level. Okay, B2 trade looking good. Let's see if we can get that take profit to hit, guys. I think we will. I think in a matter of seconds we will. 3, 2, 1. Will we get that flush? That usually works. There we go, guys. B2 trade hit despite a bad original entry. This is the benefit of entering when the momentum is with you, guys. Typical trading the wedge pattern, one of my favorite patterns to trade. You can see that triangle pattern. There was space to the downside. We hadn't filled that yet. So unfortunately, due to our terrible entry, that was pretty much break even, unfortunately. Not a lot of space on that trade. Try and trade, you know, when there's a little bit of good profit potential. Otherwise, it just gets too tight, like you guys just saw. A lot of these coins actually reversing a bit. Let's roll back real quick to, also I just want to check Bitcoin. Okay, we got a alert on Sky AI. Looks like it's pushing lower. Very weak trade. Sorry, weak price action. It's rejecting at the trend line. Want to see what this profit potential is looking like. I'm just going to go 1-to-1 on this, guys. Entered with a little bit more position size, 2,000. I like the setup. Very good setup here. Clear downtrend, and I think it's just going to keep pushing a new low, exactly like what happened over here. So you see that. Put in a low, we bounced a bit. People got caught in a bull trap. Put in a new lower low. LL, lower low. And so I think that's going to happen again. I think it's just going to be a repeat of what happened earlier. Okay, we got strength on Pearl, one of the top performers of today. Bit of volume coming in as well. Gonna enter on this breakout here, guys. $1.5 to 1 RR on this. We actually have a head and shoulder pattern. That's the left shoulder. We got the head and the right shoulder. We got some coins that are really kicking off now. Pengu. Rounded, kind of a double rounded bottom pattern. Just want to see a little bit more strength here before we long this. There might be enough space to enter the long already. Yeah, I think there is. Let's just see what this candle does, guys. Got stopped out on Pearl, unfortunately. Rejected at the breakout zone. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and long this, guys. We're gonna double dip on this one. I think that was a little bit of a overly strong rejection. Going for a bit of a bounce play on this one. Try and recapture some of those profits, some of those losses on that stop. So rejected aggressively hard, considering that we do have a pretty clear inverse head and shoulder pattern. That's why I feel comfortable going in for another attempt, but you have to be careful. You don't want to, go in 10 times on the same trade idea. Just going to extend our stop loss here. Actually, we might just want to swing trade this trade, to be honest. Might be the safer way to do it. We have quite a lot of profit potential on a breakout here. Trying to get a bit of recovery on Pearl, a bit of a bounce. It is bouncing. Let's see if we can bounce enough though. Want to see a little bit more upside, and we could even consider taking profits a little bit early. I think I'm going to lock in a little bit more profit on this XRP trade because it's starting to consolidate a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and take an extra 50%. And so we have closed out 75% of our position, locked in $313 in profit today. Pearl, unfortunately, still showing signs of weakness. Chance that we do get stopped out here, guys. Could extend the take profit and the stop loss level, but hard to say if it's worth it right now. We do have that cup and handle formation, sorry, the head and shoulder formation painted, but you know, never sure if that's going to follow through on altcoins, so we don't want to base it too early. A couple new people hopped in the stream. Welcome, everybody. Looks like there's some price action going on ZBT. Oh, unfortunately, that trade would have hit, guys. Just got stopped out. It's pulling back. This is confirmation that we did reject, so I might go in for a bit of a swing trade here. I think it's going to start dumping pretty hard. We could easily see a move quite a bit lower here. Gonna go for a 3% move. This is a little bit more of a swing trade. Let's call it medium-term trade. Our original trade would have hit if the stop was just a little bit wider, but better safe than sorry. Chris Bentley is saying, I feel XRP goes down to $1.27-ish. Yeah, I mean, there should be more downside left in the tank for XRP based on our previous setup. The area that is pretty much guaranteed to go down to is $1.37. We could go down a little bit lower. $1.27 would be a bit hard because that would mean us basically canceling the cup and handle pattern and just re-entering the range. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, if we fail the structure, then it would be back in the range, so it could happen then. But otherwise, I think $1.27 is a bit low. And let me know, by the way, if the stream quality is good, Chris, or if there was any lag or buffering, please let me know. It's super helpful for me. Okay, guys, ZBT looking good, Pearl looking good. We got some rough stops there. I mean, we got stopped out on ZBT kind of prematurely, and then on Pearl, we're actually kind of double dipping back in both of these, but a little bit different of a trade setup now. We basically have more confirmation on each. I mean, Pearl is we're playing the bounce guys on this one in the cup and handle formation. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to leave this on for you guys. I think we're going to be higher on both of these when I come back. It should just be a minute or two. Let's see. We're up $3 on Pearl, $5 down on ZBT. Let's see by the time I come back. It should just be a minute or two, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. And my prediction was correct. We are up more on both positions than when left. I really like the fact that Pearl is showing that strength. ZBT also looking good here. So I noticed that I was right on both of these trade ideas. And the idea is to extend kind of that stop loss and take profit, arguably, to give us a bit more room and space in the trade. So it's working out very well here. We're kind of double dipping on these. Pearl now up $10. We had a $10 losing trade, so we're recovering that now with this trade. Hopefully we can do the same on ZBT. Our XRP swing trade really helping us pull through with a lot of profits. Our chip trade also looking pretty good here. We have a wider price target for this one, guys. We're aiming a 12% move on 10x leverage. That's 120%. And our Hemi short actually also looking good here, guys. Oh, but looking very good. So I was playing for a retest of the lows. That's exactly what's happening. You can see just in terms of the price action, guys, almost identical setup. And so I think we're going to get an identical move. I think we're just going to trickle down lower until our stop hits. Massive winning trade on Pearl, guys. Massive winning trade on Pearl. We're getting the fulfillment of the head and shoulder pattern. So we just made $25 on that. Recovered our previous loss and then some. Up $15 net on that trade. Great play. Confident that, happy that I was confident enough to double dip and let that pattern play out a little bit more loosely. Chris Bentley is saying, sorry for the late response, is working as well. So a few minutes behind the stream because he's pausing the stream every now and then. No worries. I appreciate you joining us, Chris. Let me know if you're a new subscriber and let me know if the stream quality has been good thus far in terms of the connection and everything. But great winning trade on Pearl here, guys. Looks like we're getting a breakout on Pango. A lot of these altcoins are moving. We're going to go ahead and long this, guys. A little bit of a late entry. Hopefully still okay. Don't want to be too greedy with our take profit, guys, on this one. I'm going to try and capture even a bit less than 1%. Just want to see at least a retest. We probably will get a stronger move, but I just want to see a retest of the previous high. Our chip long still looking good, actually starting to accelerate. Chris Bentley is saying, not a financial advisor, just starting my trading journey. No worries. I like the setup on chip, so it's worth taking an attempt. We're in quite a few trades, guys, so I'm just trying to monitor everything. A lot of volatility coming in on ZBT. Very close to that take profit hitting on Hemi. If XRP pulls back about another $50 on our unrealized P&L, I'll probably just close out the position fully. I'm glad we took profits. Okay, Sky AI is dumping big time, guys. Big time, big time. About to get our take profit hit here, I think. We're breaking the previous low. We're probably going to flush pretty hard. I think we got stopped on Pengu, but I think the Sky AI trade is going to make up for it. We are almost there, guys. Almost there, guys. We're getting a flush as we're pushing new lows. Classical pattern. More volatility. We're probably going to get the downside impulse now. Just a bit of slowness here as we're pushing new lows. Within a few candles, this should hit nicely though. We're going to wrap up the stream for now. I'll be back on later, but thank you so much to everybody who joined. And I'll update you guys on what happens with Sky and these other couple of trades. See you guys in a bit.